Obviously, as a lot of people have noticed, the economy is absolutely bonkers right now. Both the traditional stock markets, both foreign, domestic, doesn't really matter. Everything's kind of going chaotic right now. One thing that's really important to understand, even when we're in situations that are basically situations that have never happened, it's important to keep in mind that no matter what, it's never as good as it seems, and it's also never as bad as it seems. Things always keep moving. And so, just important to remember that as we continue to march forward. In the past, I've drawn some parallels to three major industry crashes. One I like to point to a lot, and I have a much broader talk about it's on YouTube, is the hobby computer market and the similar nature it has to the current crypto market of today. But I've also drawn comparisons to the video game industry collapse in the 1980s and also the dot-com bust in the early 2000s. There are a lot of cases that history likes to repeat itself. And I'm going to remind folks of some of those cases real quick. The first, of course, is one of the most infamous. We have one of the largest industry titans out there today, Amazon. And in Amazon's early days, and this was during like the dot-com bust era, Bezos was, taking this fledgling company and bringing it to newer heights, and was doing reasonably well as a founder. But people who felt like they knew better than him kept telling him that the peak was in and he should sell now, that he should just sell to Barnes and Noble and call it a day. He didn't, and we now know Amazon to be an industry behemoth. Similarly, during the early days of the hobbyist compute era, there were two young, scrappy, hippie-looking individuals that wanted to bring personal computers into everyone's home. And investors just couldn't understand these people. They made all sorts of crazy comments about their appearance. They didn't believe it was even possible because what they knew as computers were just too industrial. And of course, that company was Apple. And last but not least, the game industry. In the 1980s, when the video game industry had collapsed, Atari was the previous titan that took the industry down with them, essentially. And nobody really expected that a company that was known mostly for its trading cards and some arcade cabinets was going to completely change the way that the gaming industry was from that point forward. And that was, of course, Nintendo. I draw these parallels because it's important to understand that during these types of turbulent times, these are the times that dynasties are made. And that's just something I encourage people to think about.